Hi guys, and welcome to Hay Hall Woods in Wigan. We've just had a walk up to Hay Hall and it's actually all covered in canvas at the minute. They're renovating it up and doing it up into a hotel spa, so it's all fenced off. We can't actually get in or around the hall, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the woods back down to the canal bank. All of this area has been haunted by Lady Mabel's ghost. Lady Mabel was one of the owners of Hay Hall. 200 to 300 years ago her family lived here, and they were involved in helping the royal family escape through the tunnels under Hay Hall, through into the centre of Wigan to a place called Mab's Cross, Lady Mabel's Cross, and there Bonnie Prince Charlie, according to history, made good his escape. So she is seen around this area in the hall, around the hall and around the grounds quite a lot, because she is still acting out her part. The other ghost that is also frequented around Standish, Wigan, is a priest, mostly Rectory Lane, but the whole area he has been spotted. I think they've had something like 7 sightings of him in the last 30 years between Rectory Lane and here, mostly Rectory Lane where we've parked the car right now. So we're going to head back through this woods, back down to the canal bank where we just did the murder mystery paranormal, and then up the canal bank back to the abandoned pub in the car, and we're going to ask out for Lady Mabel, and we'll see if the rector wants to come forward also. So please join us on this spooky tour. It's still snowing hard, so we'll get our head torches on and we'll go off into the woods down to the canal, and we'll see if we can make contact with any of these. These are 2 famous, kind of local famous ghosts that we know of. But of course, when you're doing paranormal, others will come through that we don't know about. So Andy's going to run one of the Spirit Talker apps to see if anybody wants to come through and make themselves known. I'll just show you guys the snow's sticking now. I'll just film these logs and then you can see. So we're getting the snow, it's starting to stick. So by the time we get back to the car, it should be a couple of inches of snow probably. So we're going to take you through the haunted woods. We've had to change plan. That's what happens when places are being renovated, and a lot of the time with abandoned places they're actually boarded up or shut down. You can't get in and stuff like that. So we get in when we can, and if we can't, then we'll just switch to something else. So we'll do paranormal. So this is the Hay Hall Country Park, Standish, Wigan. The hall itself was a really big venue for functions and weddings and things like that, and they're now building like an outdoor arena because they have had a few pop bands and concerts and things going on here in summertime. And the hall itself is now being converted into a hall spa hotel. So we haven't been up here for a few years, and obviously this has all taken place whilst we've not been checking this place out that often. So big changes, but good changes. I mean, good for the building, not good for us because we can't get in it, but it's good for the, the owners, whoever's taken Hay Hall on board. It was a beautiful building, a stone building. One of my cousins did have a wedding here in 1983. So yeah, it was a good place. So we're in the woods. I'll try and give you the best visible picture as I can, and right now the best visible picture is Andy because I can't pick up anything else. Alright, so you're running Spirit Talker?
Yeah.
So come with us on this walk through the snow and through the woods. We're on the road at the minute, but we're going to go off into the woodland track in a minute where it'll be a bit more remote and a bit creepier. So we're a few miles away from Winter Hill and we're on flat land. We're not up in the hills. So I'm not thinking, I mean, you never know with dogman sightings. There's a lot of country park and woodland here, but to be honest with you, I think you're more likely to get that up on Winter Hill and around the hillside there. I doubt. I mean, I don't know if people have seen dogman around here or not, but I think it's a little too busy with traffic and schools and and pubs and bars and things, this area. Whereas Winter Hill, where dogman has been seen and heard, which is not too far from here, and if I get a chance I'll show you the television mast in relation to where we are, like I always do as a pinpoint. The most sightings of dogman have been up there in different regions. You can check out different YouTubers who are following that up at the minute, different ones.
You are very kind.
Oh, what did that say?
Investigate. You were
Just
very
turn to the
kind.
camera and let us know what it said.
Investigate. You were very kind.
All right, so they know we're investigating then.
Oh yeah.
Who are you, please?
Who are you?
We are nice people. You can come forward and talk to us. We're going to chat with you. We're not going to, we accept you whoever you are, whatever your story, whatever happened to you or whatever you did.
Follow us back.
Just tell us your story as we go back into the woods, back towards the... Were you connected to Hay Hall?
Can you give us your name?
Have you got your head? Can you put your head torch on? And then we can have some light on the path. That's it. So I can get you in shot now. Can't see anything without the lighting on.
Can you give us a name? And why are you still here?
It's so quiet here.
What did that say?
Quiet here.
It's what?
It's so quiet here.
Yeah, it is quiet. Is that why you come here? Because it's quiet. Who are you, please? Give us your name.
Can you tell us what your position was? Did you work here or was this your home? Can you give us your name?
There's somebody who enjoyed this area anyway. What year did you live? And what year did you pass away? What era?
How old are you?
Just so we can gauge what era we're talking to. Because then you can ask relevant questions, can't you? If you don't know the era, it's hard to sort of ask them certain questions. Might be someone who liked walking the dog round here recently. Because down the canal bank, we got someone from 2010 come through, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we don't actually know until they tell us, like how far back they go, these ghosts. There's some more logs covered in snow. You can see now it's thickening up a bit. It's not, well, I mean, compared to United States and Canada's standards and Europe's standards, this is not thick snow. But come on, we're talking to the British now. You know what the English are like. As soon as we get a drop of snow, we've got to put it in all the papers. It makes headlines on the news. The most exciting thing that happens in Britain, the snow, when we get it. That's why we're dead excited about it. We'll film it if it falls on any log. We're there, aren't we, with cameras? The snow's here! We don't have very exciting lives in the UK. We try and make it exciting. More log... Oh, I'm not doing it again. People think I'm really sad.
I'm touching your leg.
Oh,
Touching my leg.
whose leg are you touching?
Whose leg?
Can you feel anything? Can you feel like somebody's touching your leg?
Can't say I don't. No.
Yeah.
Might be yours.
I can't. I've got these thick thermals on. I don't go anywhere without them in winter. Alright, so we're going back down into the woods now, off the road. That's the road that leads up to Hay Hall itself. This is going down into the woods. And the woods goes down to the canal bank where we did the first shoot. The spooky canal ghost stories.
So who are you? And what's your name? And why are you still here?
Maybe someone's just having a quiet walk along with us.
Oh yeah.
What's your name? Have you met us before? When we get into the woods, I'm hoping to get a bit of a bright path because it's hard to film on a dark road in the night time.
Mm.
You will find things below.
Something alone.
You'll find things below.
You will find, yeah, you know what's below? Tunnels.
Isn't there? Yeah.
The tunnels to Mab's Cross in Wigan.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you talking about the tunnels?
Is that what you mean? Tunnels? Is that what you're talking about?
Just do the history about the tunnels to camera, or what I know of it anyway. Okay guys, so according to history, there are tunnels running from Hay Hall in all the way down to Wigan, an old part of Wigan called Mab's Cross, which stands for Lady Mabel's Cross. And the local legend is that Lady Mabel helped Bonnie Prince Charlie and his family escape from Hay Hall, where she housed them, through the tunnels and out into the city of Wigan, town centre of Wigan, to meet a coach and horses there, which then took them to board a ship and escape from England.
Said that, didn't you? So,
Is that what she said? Something below. So the thing that's below, really, here is those tunnels. So that was an interesting message to get, really.
you said torch, didn't you?
Yeah. So what do you know about these tunnels? Who are you, please? Can you give us your name now you've shared that little bit of information with us? Be great. We've got actually Lady Mabel. Whether she'll say her name or not, I don't know, because what she was doing was highly dangerous.
Edie.
Edie? That's a Wigan name, that is, Edie. Everyone's called Edie who lives in Wigan.
Who's Edie?
It's such a popular Lancashire name. From about the 1930s it was popular.
Did you work here, Edith?
Edith was a popular name. Edie and Gladys. Common names in that time. All the signposts here. Do you think we should check that out and see where we're going? Plantation, Wigan Town Centre. We don't want to go to Wigan Town Centre. It'll be a hell of a walk back to the car if we end up in Wigan Town Centre. I think we'll be getting an Uber if we end up in Wigan Town Centre. I'm telling you, your coffin's turning white. Just let me show you Andy's coffin. There's snow all over it now. Look at that. A snow-covered coffin. And for the people that are wondering why Andy's got a coffin on his back, he's carrying the new paranormal equipment in there, the new stuff that we've got over Christmas. So when we get better weather, we'll get the equipment out and we'll show you how it works. And is this the bridge that takes us back to the canal?
Yeah.
Really? We're here already?
Yeah.
My God, it's shorter than I thought.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're back at the canal, guys.
Yeah.
So we'll film up the canal and we'll carry on with those canal ghost spirits and stories that we know, and also ones that we don't know, connected to this. This is a Leeds-Liverpool canal, and canal boats use it all the time, and some are moored up here permanently. So we'll do the paranormal, but when we pass by the mooring stations, then we'll have to keep it low, because people are going to be asleep in their beds right now. You only get lunatics out at this time of night. People that really severely need help. Well, come with us on this spooky tour in the snow. You can feel the cold and you can see the snow from your lovely armchairs and your couches and your beds, or wherever you are. We'll take you through this snowy wonderland, and you can see and feel the atmosphere with us. So we're back on the canal bank now, and we're coming back up to that bridge where we did the spooky canal ghost stories shoot before this one. Now the story along this bank is mostly that there was a murder committed in the late 1800s, and it was Bridge 62, I believe, is the bridge that it was committed. So further up here we have a mill, which is no longer there now. It's just derelict. It's just like ruins. And it had a kiln. My stomach. Now we're back at the bridge where we did the paranormal before.
Can you tell me your name? And why you're still here?
Maybe we get something this time, since we started it up.
How old are you?
Oh my God, I thought I'd gone in the canal there. That was a deep. You've got to be careful here because there's water either side. There's a canal there and there's lake there. So we've only got this bridge to go over. So all of these bridges are very historical bridges. But 62, which we're going to come to soon, is the one. I was poor. Well, they would have been. Got a lot of mill workers walking along here to work, and miners.
Yeah.
So yeah, they would have been poor. They literally just made the money to live, to heat the houses and feed the family, that were it. Didn't have holidays. Didn't have electricity and televisions and any of that luxury stuff that we have now.
There is a mine somewhere.
Yeah, there is.
Avoid.
Avoid. She's probably telling us to avoid the mine.
Avoid.
Avoid, yeah, I heard that, Claire.
Is it dangerous to go down there? Is that what you mean? Is it dangerous?
So the murder mystery story connected to that particular mill. A guy was jealous of his friend's pocket watch, ring, jewellery, some money he had in his wallet, and he decided to attack his friend and shove him in the kiln, incinerated him. He ran off with the jewellery, the pocket watch, the rings, the wallet, but some people chased after him. So he tossed the whole lot off Bridge 62, which we're going to approach in the next sort of 10 minutes. And then he went on the run, and the police dredged the canal and found all the belongings and then went after him. Now there's two endings to this story. One ending is that he got clean away, and the other ending is that he was caught and hung. Now if he was caught and hung, there should be records of his name.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So maybe he went on the run and then they caught up with him and he got caught and hung. Perhaps that's the story.
Yeah, but
Crocodile.
Crocodile? I think it's a bit cold for crocodile. I doubt we're going to have any of them right now. It's not the Nile. It's the Leeds Liverpool ship canal.
I can't see the big...
There's a slight difference in temperature, especially.
What do you do in crocodile?
Crocodile?
Yeah, crocodile shoes on.
Perhaps they did. So Lady Mabel's ghost and the murder mystery ghost, and also
Maybe that's what's supposed
the priest from Rectory Lane. Any of those people would like to come through, we have the equipment on us right now so you can communicate with us. So please come and join us in this lovely snow. I love the snow, me. I could quite happily move to a country where it's like this all the time. We're the only people leaving footprints. It's completely smooth and clear. There's Andy demonstrating. So I think just up here there's one boat moored up, so we're going to keep it low. We don't want to disturb people. And then we'll pick it up when we get the other side. Just give you guys a bit of an ambience. Cold ambience.
Yeah, we'll get the equipment right on the straight away. Not really. I don't want it.
The equipment?
Getting
No, don't. Just use your phone in it for now.
I don't want it getting all wet and...
No. It must be further up that boss, I can't see it now.
Yeah, but last time we were out in the snow.
We were up on the top of Winter Hill by the mast the last time we were out in the snow. I had to keep shoveling snow off the camera lens.
It was alright when we got up there.
We've got to do the murder mystery, haven't we? And then we're just literally shoveling snow off the camera lens.
Slid down the hill.
Yeah. We was up at Winter Hill Mast doing the Scotchman's stomp.
That really, that came down that night. Really,
Yeah, but it was nice being up there on our own while we got snowed a blizzard. It was beautiful, wasn't it?
it really come down there that night.
Yeah, it did. The only tracks were ours and deer tracks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been funny if we'd seen any Bigfoot tracks or any like critter tracks, dogman or anything like that? That would have freaked us out a bit, wouldn't it? I mean, think about it seriously. If you were up there shooting and it was like full of pure untouched snow, then all of a sudden you got these like dogman tracks going across. Seriously, what would you think and feel? Would you want to follow it or would you want to like run? I'd be curious to follow it, but then I'd be really wary.
The first thought would be, we'll go after it, and then you think, well, run again.
Shadow.
Shadow? Well, I mean, we had that encounter last summer, didn't we? Which I don't know if not everyone's watched it, but it's called Shocking Noises.
Yeah.
When we were filming up at
I think
the
that's
Haunted Well, weren't we, at Tockholes?
That's one of the main reasons why I got that thermal camera, because
Yeah,
if we'd have had that thermal camera, we'd have been able to pinpoint what it was.
yeah, probably.
We'd have been able to see what it was. And like that other time we went back, and it wasn't until we really turned it up that it sounded like something in the trees, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And that was during the day.
I'm 10 years old.
He's 10 years old.
Oh, really, a kid?
So
That's interesting.
What's your name?
Kids would work
Your name?
on the
What's
canals.
going on? Making sure we're okay.
Could be a kid that works on the canal.
Can you walk in front of us and let's see your footprints?
Yeah, leave some footprints. That'd be really cool if we got that.
What that? Yeah, we did.
Just have to get the snow out of the camera, guys. Nowhere near as bad as the snow we had at Winterville that time. For grief. It was like literally piling up in the lens. We'll keep low while we go past this boat up here because I know there's people in it. Yeah.
Children's spirits.
Children's spirits. Yeah, that's
Yeah, children would have worked on the canal.
Here, did you work in the mine?
And they'd have definitely played here.
Is that where you died?
So up there is a canal boat coming up, guys.
Well, that was interesting, that. Was it Haunted Well?
Yeah,
We did.
Haunted Well.
The day though, wasn't it?
yeah.
And we got that,
We're at dawn.
and we'd gone up, haven't we?
Yeah.
And
We've
the
come
tree-
back from somewhere else and we
trees-
stopped there.
Not all the trees, but that just one bit of bushes.
It was
glowing
swaying,
for-
wasn't it?
It was as though, it was more as though somebody was moving in it. And birds there was some birds in the trees, weren't there? And
Yeah.
I was going to say they sounded,
What other people are picking up this similar kind of footage, you know, with the trees?
yeah, they sounded anxious. But it was weird because there was no wind, because if it was very windy as that,
Yeah,
we'd have heard it on the camera.
yeah, we would.
But, and then when you listen back to it, because at first I thought, I'm sure there's something there, because the birds in the nests were agitated. But when you turn the volume up to listen to the video back, you can hear it. Very similar.
Alright, let's just keep it down while we walk past this boat.
It was very similar to what we heard that night,
Yeah, it was.
but on a low key,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm taking my hood down for a bit. I'm piling snow up on my head here. I'm just taking my hood down for a bit because snow's piling up on my head. I've already done some numb things this week once. I'm not going to continue now by carrying on. Snow piling up. Sunny house boat. This lovely cosy home. Yeah, I already made an ass of myself once this week. Oh, I might as well tell the viewers what I did. Why not? Why the hell not let everyone know? Alright, so what did I do the other morning? Okay, so I was going out at 1 a.m. because we work insane hours. Besides doing this for YouTube, we do other stuff besides we work and that. So I went out into the car park to scrape the frost off my car, right? So I'm scraping and scraping and scraping. Oh my god, I was heading for the canal then. Alright, I was scraping and scraping. And I was like spraying de-icer on the keyhole. And I was shoving the key in and nothing was happening. So I went and got a kettle of hot water and I threw the hot water over the keyhole. And I plunged the key into the hot water and I scraped and de-iced some more. This is all at 1 a.m. by the way. Tried the key again. Nope. So I went and got Andy, as you do, you know, you could get your husband out of bed, come and help me with this, what's going on. So I'm stuck kicking the car, you know, out of temper. And Andy come down and went, I hate to tell you this, it's not your car is there. I've been de-icing and scraping the wrong car for half an hour, at 1 a.m. in the morning in the frost. Alright, I've admitted it now, I've owned up. Fortunately, that other car was one of our cars, but it was the one that we have all the camping stuff and the fire pit and all that, logs and everything. The thing is, that car is identical in shape and colour to mine. So they were both covered in frost and they looked identical in the frost, and I was scraping and flipping the ice in the wrong car with the wrong key.
Everybody knows anyway.
What, that I'm numb? Yeah, it's a pretty well sort of gauged thing though, isn't it, that? It's one of them, I'm highly intelligent, educated, but I'm completely numb at things like that, you know, de-icing cars and getting myself off the front, you know, and like I'm filming, I'll fall in the canal whilst I've got the camera and things like that.
John.
Is that Asperger's?
John.
I've probably had Asperger's all this time.
I know what you're on.
So anyways, yeah, I de-iced and defrosted and kicked crap out of the wrong car. And then I start again all over again with mine then after that, when you come out with the hot kettle and the other de-icing thing. So it just shows you, we have normal everyday flipping crap going down in our lives too. It ain't just all simple and, you know, we're having fun with YouTube, because look at these footprints, other people's. I was wondering what kind of animal, but it's a normal person. Isn't it? Must have been that guy who walked his dog. Yeah. The guy on the houseboat had a dog, I noticed on the way down, got the dog off. Yeah, so, you know, we have the usual flipping scenarios going on that other people have. Our life is anything but smooth, isn't it, Andy, really? Most of the time it's we have the same crap that everyone else is putting up with. It's full of potholes, isn't it? Alright, so let's go back to the paranormal. We'll stop whinging about our own lives now, and we'll get back to communicate with some dead people. Alright, so why are we on this canal bank? Why are you still here? They're probably asking us the same thing. What the hell are you two doing on the canal bank at 2 o'clock in the morning in the snow in January?
That's an interesting one.
What, why we're on the canal bank in the snow?
If you've got a spirit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this canal bank, right? Can they tell the difference between a summer's day
Weather.
and a winter's day?
I have no idea.
Or snowing?
See, that's the thing.
Would they present themselves like, say, they presented themselves during the summer in, say, shorts and a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Would they present themselves the same in the winter?
I think they probably present themselves like as they died. Do you know what I mean? Like
so
their last moment on it, or the happiest times, or the moment that they tragically passed.
So they wouldn't feel the cold.
I have no idea.
Would they feel the cold, or did they know the times of day?
I think they'd say through a message they were feeling cold, wouldn't they? You get
know
it
what I mean?
as a message.
It's interesting on that, isn't it? How would it?
Well, spirits really, ghosts anyway, do feel cold, don't they? If you have a presence around you, you get that real drop in temperature with them. So I'm guessing that they would be colder once they've passed over.
But then again, they've had places where they've had
Heat.
heat sources.
Yeah.
So
I think heat's more of an energy though, isn't it? I think if you're looking at it like a spirit, you're probably going to get the heat. But I think if you're looking at a ghost, like a haunting, then you're going to get the chill and the cold. Now, is this bridge 62? Now, this is, oh, it's 61, so it's the next one up, isn't it? That's the one that some books say it's 62, some books say it's 64. So we don't really know which one this 62's here, but 64's over the other side. But we did 64 last time, and that's where we got them really menacing messages, if you remember. We got messages on Spirit Talker that really related to the thing, and if people want to watch that, it's Standish Canal Bank Murder Mystery Ghost from last year. So we were up the other side at Bridge 64, and we were asking all these questions out, and we were getting all kinds of relative answers, like hiding away and running and things like that, didn't we, Andy? Which just linked up with the story. But I guess he ran all the way up the canal bank really to get away, so all these bridges could play a part in this story. But some people say with Bridge 62 they chucked the jewellery off, which is the next bridge coming up. So maybe we'll try a little paranormal there and see if we get anything. And there's some local Lancashire books say it's Bridge 64. And Bridge 63 is where the abandoned pub is and the houseboats and the caravans, so I don't think it'll be...
The last couple of times we come down that
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, well, we saved a man, didn't we, last time, with the what 3 words thing? Do you remember?
And then they went, are you alright going back?
And we weren't because we were lost.
We went, yeah, and then realised it's pitch black and we've no torch.
Yeah, so a guy had slipped down an embankment and broke his ankle and was stuck, and his dog was barking to get attention. And me and Andy was like this kind of a night. We were going through, coming back from a paranormal, weren't we?
It was the day.
Well, it was dark by the time we got there. It was dusk. It was winter and it was dusk. So it was like this. And the guy was, he'd seen us, so he shouted for help and we went over. His phone had gone dead, hadn't he? So we borrowed your phone to ring his missus. And then he rang his son, didn't he? And then we rang, what 3 words? Did that with the mountain rescue to get them out. And his son rang an ambulance who met him at the golf club. It was about 3 hours, wasn't it? Really, the whole scenario.
Colder as well.
But if we, can you imagine what would have happened to him if we hadn't walked through that night? They wouldn't have found him.
Oh, did they struggle finding him?
Yeah, they would.
I mean, alright, they probably would have found him eventually, but they just struggle finding him. And it's like the ambulance people arrived and they were like, well,
they was carrying him on a stretcher through the woods, weren't they? And they were slipping and sliding in the mud with him. It was unreal that night. It was like this, but it was in a much dangerous area, weren't it?
And they could help him.
I'm trying to film you without going into the canal here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm a bit too close to the edge, to be honest. I mean, I know I live life on the edge, but not of an icy canal. Not what I want, really.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, they could give him painkillers and stuff like that and keep him warm, but they couldn't get him out.
No, they couldn't, because there's trees and slippy flipping paths everywhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Narrow paths, and it was all downhill and uphills. It wasn't flat, was it? Like, this is flat.
And then they
but that wasn't flat up that end.
And we potted off and realised we've no
we were lost. With no torches, and we were, I don't know what, we'd done a daytime shoot, so we haven't brought the torches, had we?
Yeah, we've done,
we did the abandoned mill, which is attached to this story.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was the first part, Standish Bank Canal murders.
But the time we went down at night, we went down late at night, we got lost.
Yeah, we've been down there a few times and got lost. Because the thing is, it's ruins and it's overgrown with moss and trees, so it's really hard to find them. Daytime you can find it.
You think, oh yeah, I know exactly which way we're going. And then suddenly it's dark.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many, it all looks the same down there.
Well, that guy was just walking his dog and he slipped, didn't he, and went down a muddy embankment and broke his ankle on a tree.
Well, when we went up to see to him,
we
were slipping down, weren't they? Because if you remember, that girl from the ambulance crew went up to get him and slid all the way down.
Yeah, she did, yeah. There was mountain rescue, there was ambulance crew, there was you, me, the wife, the son. It was just, it took, I said 3 hours, didn't it, to get him out of there?
Yeah. I mean...
And really, they wanted to keep him warm, didn't they? And just splint the ankle.
The ambulance crew just said, there's no way in the world we can get him out of here.
Yeah.
You know, because his leg's bad.
Yeah.
There's no way we can carry it, because we need it keeping it straight. So they ended up getting him out and rescuing, and I think I don't know how many there were of them, but I think actually they'd left like glow stick things down, hadn't they?
Yeah, they did. They'd left them in the trees, then they knew the route back.
Trees so they could get the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, so that was an eventful night, really. Well, we'd gone down to shoot the mill by day, hadn't we? And this was all happening on the dusk on the way back. So, yeah, we've had adventures down this canal bank before, but it's pretty flat on this side up to Hay Hall. But on the other side, it's very sort of foresty and lots of dips and things, isn't there, and rivers and things.
Nice walk,
yeah, it's a lovely walk. All the canal banks boats park up at that end. It's near, well, not as far up as Adlington, White Bear and Marina. Snowflake's getting in my mouth, I couldn't get that out then. Adlington, White Bear Marina. Oh, my torch. Can you do me a favour? Thanks. Yeah, cheers. Got the snow for land, isn't it? It's great though. I love being out in the snow. It's perfect. So if we get to bridge 62, we can just finish the paranormal there and then end the shoot, because I think it's there. Is that coming up the bridge?
Yeah.
That's the one that I think is, well, personally I think it's bridge 64 because it's close to the kiln area. But this one, number 62, I don't know. If you ran this way, then yeah, you could have chucked the stuff off there. But I'm thinking that in relation to the tail, bridge 64 makes more sense to the location to me. But anyways, we'll just do the paranormal on this one as well, because we did the one on 64. We got some really good results. And again, we'll push that one. It's an old one. It's from last year. It's a year old, so we'll have to go back about 100 videos. Standish Canal Bank Murder, it's called. So this is Standish Canal Bank, but we're further along this time. We was hoping to get up and around Hay Hall, but what they've done is they've got scaffold up. They've covered it with that plasticky stuff because they're renovating, turning it into a hotel and spa, and they're building some kind of an outdoor arena, because I know they've had a lot of concerts and festivals here in the past in the park, so I think they're probably doing properly now an arena for tickets and stuff. But it's a brilliant place to come in summer. We're probably the only two that come out on a January night in the snow. Everybody else comes in summer. Okay, so we're approaching bridge 62. So if we get under the bridge, it'll be dry enough for you to try some equipment out. Let's see if we can communicate with this spirit that committed these murders. And find out what else. I guess it was just a robbery that went wrong. He wanted the money and he was jealous his friend was flashing it about. That wasn't paranormal, that was my stomach rumbling like crazy. So this is bridge 62 anyways. So we did a paranormal on bridge 64, so we'll try this one in case we get anything.
Talk to us.
I told you your coffin was covered in snow. Yeah, that was Andy's Christmas present, the coffin, guys. Okay. So we're going to try out some of the equipment now and see if we get anything through. So we're calling out to the spirit of the man who was involved in this murder mystery. Whether you were the culprit or whether you were the victim, please come forward and tell us your side of the story. Or perhaps you was a policeman investigating it.
Anybody here that wants to talk to us?
I'll just come under the bridge with the camera and keep it dry a bit. So that's fine.
Line in. Bluetooth. Scanning. FM.
Okay, so that's calibrated.
Anybody here that's bridge you want to talk to us? Can you give us your name? That's legend.
Legend? Yeah, but this is a legend though, isn't it? It's a local legend. If you see any white mist, guys, it's likely to be our frosty bear.
Scanning AM.
Who are we talking to? Can you say that again? I didn't quite hear you. What's your name?
Toes name. It's clear in the throat.
What's your name?
Your face looks different on camera. Your nose has got longer. Your face just looked different then from the side. Yeah, totally different. I don't know whether it's the angle of the lighting, but it just makes your nose just looked as though it had grown long, as though you'd taken a different face. You feel alright? You feel anything? I wonder if someone's putting it on, you know, like what you call like an imprint in it of their face over yours, which can happen in paranormal. It's rare, but it happened.
Can you say your name?
Might be the way the lighting is.
Line in. Bluetooth. Scanning FM.
They were definitely not paranormal messages, I know that for sure.
Is there any messages for us? Can you say your name?
Canal.
35.
I wonder if that was his age.
What happened? Is that your age?
Police, again. We had police on the first one. Police station, it said on the first one.
What happened at the police
Are you a
station?
policeman? Maybe it's one of the policemen. Was you involved in this investigation? You're police, did you? I'm sure I heard it. How can you hear a loud tap when there's nothing to tap on?
Right.
I heard a loud tap behind me, but there's nothing to tap on. Bridge 62. And look, the hooks are still there from when they used to, I think they used to pull the boats through somehow using like a rope.
Scanning
I heard
AM.
like a tap behind me, I don't know unless it was you with something. But there's nothing to tap on. It's a stone bridge. Might have been your foot then, maybe moving.
Can you say your name? Just say your name and we'll leave you alone. Can you say your name? One last chance.
Alright, I think we'll wrap it up here because you know what, that just proves one thing. We're not getting anything at this bridge, but we've got stuff at Bridge 64.
Yeah, we did.
So that means...
So that says...
Can you switch mid lamp on off, please? So that means that Bridge 64 must be the bridge where this happened, because if anybody wants to watch Standish Canal Bank murder, we were at Bridge 64 and we got a lot of interesting responses back that
we got a lot of stuff
made sense.
Yeah, we did.
So this is Bridge 62. We've had nothing here, so I think that we can rule this bridge out.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the spooky snowy walk down from Hare Hall through the woods back down to the canal, over the haunted bridge and back here to 62. Yeah. And we'll leave it here and we're going to go and get some hot soup. And take care and thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and we'll see you all very soon.
Oh yeah.